ride. Almost at the club.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching another video here with me, your boy. So in this video, as you can see in the title, I'm going back to something that I really love doing, which is sound system stuff. So I'll be showing you guys how to install a capacitor if you do have a sound system in your vehicle. Okay, so basic gist of the reason why I'm installing this, once you put a sound system in your vehicle, it tends to drain on the battery a little more. I still have my stock battery, I don't have anything else upgraded, just put the sound system in. So it wears on your battery and your alternator more. I've had this in the car for a while now, but it's starting to like dim. I'm feeling the effects on the idling, and the lights are dimming and stuff like that. So whenever the bass hits, I'm realizing that I more and more need a capacitor. I should have done it a long time ago, but just being lazy. So basically the first thing that I'm gonna do is go through the mounting process. I'm gonna drill the holes. I got some, let's see, I got some bolts, nuts, and washers from Ace Hardware. Shout out to them for always having what I need. But I'm going to go through the mounting process of that, and also what else did I get? Distribution blocks, you know, just to make it easier while I'm installing it. I got 2 of them. So I've got my distribution blocks. I've got some more sorted wires. This is like 0 gauge, I think. What's in the car already is 4 gauge. But we're gonna go ahead and, oh yeah, little install kit that came with the capacitor. But we're gonna go ahead and do the mounting process, drill the holes real quick. I'm gonna figure out exactly how I wanna mount it and exactly how I want the wiring to go. But let's get to that. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna do mounting first. If I was doing the wiring first, the main thing you would do is disconnect your negative battery terminal and keep that out the way. But I'm not gonna get into the wiring yet. However, I would love to mount it so that the connections are facing this way so that you guys can see when I'm installing it. However, as you can see, I have the amp installed right here, and I have all the adjustments right here. So I'm probably gonna flip it around so that the all the wiring is on that side, so when I lift it up I'm good. But we'll see what happens. And also I broke my hook, so whatever. Okay, so when this closes down, just like this amplifier, I want the capacitor to be sitting like right about here, so it sits inward. So what I'm gonna do is put all my wires in here, drop this down, and then I'll drill the holes from the top. And then after that, I'll figure out where I want the distribution blocks to go. They're probably gonna go back there, or one back there, or one up here. But then again, I don't wanna interfere with anything in this area, so they probably might both go back there. Alright, like you saw, I drilled through the holes. Note to self, always get longer bolts, because as you can see, it barely made it like right through there. But actually, let me get a little closer. So yeah, you can see it barely made it through there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these up, and then I'll mount the distribution blocks, and then we'll go ahead and get with the wiring. Okay, mounting is all done for everything right now. Got the capacitor sitting here. Got both the distribution blocks sitting down there. What I think I'm going to do is I would love to use the same color wire for ground, black wire for ground, blue wire for power. I'm going to need to use some of this gauge wire. So what I'm going to do is route the main to here. So the main ground to here, the main power to here, and then I'm going to cut this and use a bunch of this for the grounds and everything like that. Also, remote wire has to go to here also. So I'm probably going to run it right up into here. I don't know if you guys can see it properly. I'll probably shine a light eventually, but run the remote wire right there and then run it to over here to the middle one right over there. So let me go ahead and figure out this wiring route and everything, and then I'll be cutting and dicing and everything like that real quick. Okay, before I got into everything too deep into it, like I said, make sure you disconnect your negative terminal off your battery first. Right now, I've got everything mounted like I did before. You saw, I cut off most of the wire, so I'm gonna use this for everything else. All right, so I've got my reducer here. I'm gonna put my reducer over it. Let's see if I can do this without being able to see properly. Make sure I get it all the way in. Boom, like that. Once it's all the way in, go ahead and tighten down the positive. And once you tighten, every time you tighten something down, make sure to give it a good snug tug on it. You see, that one's good. So now, and also like I said, the negative is still disconnected. Go ahead and try to put this one in. Bam, that one's in there. Tighten this up. Boom. So we got negative, positive connected. So next thing I'm going to do is remove the remote wire. I can do this immediately, splice this straight over to here, and then I'll mess with the rest of these connections. Like I said, I'm going to use all this wire in order to do that. Okay, so what I did just recently is I cut a split into the remote wire, or REM wire. Went from this side to this side, routed it under here. I'll probably zip tie or do something else to make it look a little cleaner. It looks good regardless, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from here to here with my positive. Not like that, my bad. I'm gonna go from here to here with my negative, here to here with my positive, and then I'll do here to here with the negative, and then the positive, I have to use the diode to charge up the capacitor first. So what I'm gonna do is all that negatives and everything like that, and then I'll be ready to, you know, drop everything else in. Okay, well, we are basically done in here. I'll go over everything of what I did because I was all up in the way since you couldn't be able to see it. So I just knocked it out, and I'll explain everything that I did. So first off, we'll go for the positives. So positive, you've got from the battery terminal over here to your inline fuse right down there to the distribution block. From the distribution block, you've got one running to the amplifier, and then you've also got one running to the capacitor. Now, the reason why the capacitor isn't hooked up, like I said before, it needs to be charged. So I have to use, let's see if it's here. I don't know where I put it. Here it is. I have to use this diode in order to charge it up. It's not focusing on the diode, but maybe? No, oh well. You'll see it though. You have to use that diode to charge up the amplifier. Not the amplifier, the capacitor. So now from negative, my negative terminal is still disconnected, but I've got it connected right here, running around to the negative distribution block. The negative distribution block I've already hooked up to the capacitor and to the amplifier. So now when I turn on the car, I will go ahead and start charging it up. You'll see it come on display, and once it's done charging, I'll connect it, and that'll be it, and we'll be good. So I shouldn't have any more flashing or dimming of lights. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is start charging the capacitor. So now I'm gonna go positive to here and positive to here. There we go. The resistor does get hot, so be careful not to touch it while you're doing this. This takes roughly 5 to 60 seconds to charge, and then it slows down as it's getting closer to the voltage of the battery. Hopefully you guys can see it and my head's not in the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold this for a little bit, let it fully charge up, and then I will show you guys what everything looks like once I'm completely done. All right, we are all done. As you can see, it's there, 14, running strong, pulsing and everything. Everything is hooked up and put back together, but wouldn't be good if I didn't give you guys a little taste of the sound. Let me go ahead and drop this down. Well, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching another video. Hopefully this video helps somebody in some way if you're a big music lover like I am. So if you haven't already done so, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and hit that share button. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.